vibrant capital of Mexico City. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Cardinals of Mexico City. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw, Goff. Forced out to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack, and they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now gone. But they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now they'll change things up. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The Cardinals are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. Well, they've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, And are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Murray now. Got him in. It's Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. So here in the heart of Mexico, this is a city that's hosted a handful of NFL games before, but now this is a different deal. A relocated franchise moving south of the border, playing here on a permanent basis. It's going to be exciting times here in the Mexican capital, that's for sure. And really all across this country, they're pumped for this because this will be Mexico's team. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Murray. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
But you look at this defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Lions, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a second and 6. Murray going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gone. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 3rd and 2. Goff. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
Throw caught by Raymond.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
From the 23, here's a 2nd and 7.
To the air again, Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And Jones has it over the middle. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the Card's going to call another timeout. Their 2nd.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 4th down, Goff to the sidelines, and Detroit has Riley Patterson out there for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 37.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Kirby Joseph there to drop him.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle?
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Lions' 28-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Right back to him on 1st down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 5-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cards will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the 2nd half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, not much time remains here in this 1st half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll try to keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Fournette, a first down carry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Murray now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And past the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st and 10, here's Murray. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Murray. And they got to him again. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Come back.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton.
And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the interception, here's Goff. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Now he steps away, and he'll just get rid of him.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Goff now to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
big ace. Hey, shit. 2, what?
After the turnover, here's Murray, eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
Rondell Moore.
36 yards.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
17.
Play action. It's Goff.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Cardinals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Jalen Thompson picks it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And Elaine slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Fournette once more on 2nd down.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 103 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
3rd and goal.
Hey, stop! Deuce! Hey! Empty! Let's go right here!
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Khalif Raymond now. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in